Well, hello there. Happy Friday to everyone that's joining today. Thank you for joining me. It is Friday, August 25th, 25 years ago. I had a bouncing baby boy, and he's 25 today, guys. 25. Um, Let me show you a quick photo. Let's go back in time for just a second and celebrate my son Ryan. Let's see. Oh, he's calling right now. Hold on, let's put him on speaker. Hey, Ryan, you're live on YouTube right now. I was just actually telling everyone it's your 25th birthday.
Oh, well.
Nothing like putting you on the spot, right? You're actually on YouTube and Facebook right now.
Oh, hello.
So happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
And everybody in the chat says happy birthday to you, Ryan. I was just getting ready to show one of your baby pictures. If that's
Thank
okay.
you so much. I'm old.
He says he's old. He doesn't know what old is. Your mama's going to be 50 this year. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Do you think
I
that's
can't
old?
imagine it. I'm halfway there, right?
You're halfway there. We're 25 years apart. I was your age when I had
Crazy to
you.
think about.
I was your age when I had you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not in that position.
Well, that's good to hear because you're not. Yeah, that's a good thing. Everyone says happy birthday. The chats. Everyone's like, how old are you, Jay? All right, hold on. I'm going to mute and then we can finish our convo. Hold on one second, guys. All righty. All right. I was his age. He's like, I'm not in that position, but we've got to roll the birthday for Ryan.
Go, shorty. It's your birthday.
So, yeah, what a special day. What a special day. And here is a picture I found on my phone. This is a very, very special picture. This is my mom. My mom passed away in 2019. Some of you may or may not know that. But this is my son Ryan with his grandma, who loved him dearly. Loves him dearly, I should say. And he was Barney that year. So happy birthday, happy birthday. And no, it's not a prank. I'm going to be 50. You're only as old as you feel, people. You're only as old as you feel. So welcome to Jay is for Justice. It is Friday, August 25th. And I thought we would take a little breather. I just got done watching Lawyer You Know break down the new Koberger docs. It is over my head, and I'm just like, I'm not even going to attempt it. So we're going to go over some other news stories because that's always fun. And these ones, I think this first one we can learn from. So the reason I put the poll up is because I was like, this guy really did some smart things that we can learn from when these creeps were at his Ring doorbell. So I wanted to share that with you. And then there's a really shameful video out of Michigan showing body cam of an officer in Flat Rock, Michigan, showing up to a call, wasted, drunk, wearing Crocs. Crocs. He's like, I didn't know I had my Crocs on until I left the house. He's adjusting. He takes his Croc off, adjusts it. It's a shit show. But after the whole COVID lab experience, I still have more to go over with you guys on that. I found all of the documents. I put them in our Facebook group. There's 300 documents and all of these search warrants for that lab. And there's emails between the Chinese people that own it and officials. And all they'll do is email with them. They refuse to talk on the phone. They say they're in China. Sorry, I'm the director. Da da da. They're putting people in place in the city to go to the place. They're begging for hours to go in there and take care of the rats. It is really, really sketchy, you guys. So we'll have to follow up and make sure that they're following up on this because it's nuts. But we do have another video to do on that. And there's more that's going to blow your mind. But the more we're aware, the better. The better. So thank you so much, you guys, for all of the birthday wishes. And Facebook, I want to say hello to Facebook. My girl Jenny is in the Facebook chat. Hey, girl. Hey. So what are you doing today, Jenny? Walking or working? Let us know. All right, let's get going on this. This is in Texas. And these guys came to his door. Let's give a little background. These guys came to his door and said they were maintenance workers from the apartment and that they needed to come in to check his air filter, right? And this dude was like, what? He was sketched out from the beginning because A, they weren't dressed like maintenance workers, or the guy wasn't dressed like a maintenance worker. And B, he said he tried to get the apartment to change his filter many, many times. And they didn't do it. Hello, Potato and Cheryl T. Those are your lovely moderators. So this guy's a character. He's great. He's probably the best interview I've ever seen in a crime situation. You guys are going to love him. Like, we need to get him on the show. That's how good he is. All right, let's listen. Because he did some smart things. I'm going to pause it and we're going to break it down.
I don't know him at all. He's just trying to break into my house. I just did my best intentions to try to protect my family. Well, I was just sitting on the couch playing a game, and I heard someone knocking on the door, and I had to check the peephole, and I saw it was someone I didn't know.
This is terrifying.
So I just left it alone, went back to go play the game, and then he rang the doorbell.
Okay, let me just let you know, that's not Kip from Napoleon Dynamite. That's not Kip. This is some weirdo claiming to be a maintenance man. Hello, Scott H. Thank you for becoming a member. I don't know if you were gifted or if you became one, but thank you. Hopefully you will renew. But yeah, that's not Kip. This guy's knocking on the door. He's got a pencil. He's got paper. And he's acting like he's going around to do these filters. Now check this out.
So I just left it alone, went back to go play the game, and then he rang the doorbell, my Ring doorbell. So I just got up, went to the went to my closet, and I answered and I just told him, hey, what's up? Basically, how can I help you?
Can I help you? Oh yes, they came to check your air filters. I'm not sure. This is 38277.
Telling me that he was maintenance, and then he needed to come check my air filter. But
okay, do you see all the bullet holes behind him as well? Okay, so let's pick up. Hi, Miss Nightbot. Welcome back. I'm glad you gave Mr. Nightbot his phone back. So the first thing that I thought was really smart was that he didn't answer the doorbell where the dude could hear him. He went in a closet and said, hey, because he says, hey,
So is that a joint?
I'm not home. So check it out. That was really smart. Go in a bathroom, go in another room so they don't hear you and know you're in there.
But I knew it was a lie because last time we had tried to get our maintenance to get our air filter changed, they told me they couldn't do anything about it. So I guess you could say he tried to play the part, but he lied twice whenever he talked to me. He told me someone came to check the air filter earlier, and then he had said, oh no, I'm here to check your air filter. So I felt suspicious about it anyways. Plus he had on it looked like a tracksuit. He had on blue sweatpants with the black shoes and I think it was a blue sweatshirt.
Dude, he is the best witness. Do you guys love him already? There you are, Scott H. Yay, 2 months. And CR just gifted, let's see who received that. Truth Exposed. Welcome, welcome. Utilize your custom emojis and have fun. Welcome to the gang.
And he had the bandana on, but he was playing the part. He had the whole notepad and everything. He was trying to, even went to the back door or the people in front of us to see, act like he's gonna check their air filter too. But basically told him no one's home. He got to come another day.
Watch this.
He just told me, all right. I closed my phone, came back to play the game, and then.
At this point, what are you thinking is going on?
I wasn't thinking anything. I was just like, oh, well, I guess someone just wanted to get something, or just, I don't know, just maintenance, I guess.
No. Yeah, we're checking the air filters.
Oh, nobody's home right now. You'll have to wait till another day.
Oh, much appreciated. 872.
So then he pretends. Look it. But wait for the next part, guys.
And then 3 minutes later, while I'm playing the game, I hear a loud ass bang at the door, and then I'm thinking someone's trying to knock, but no, I hear another bang, and then another bang, and then I just spazzed. I couldn't think properly. I was like, whoa, he's trying to get into my house. My brother was in the restroom, so I had to hurry up and get up, go run to him and quietly and try to hurry up. And
watch
tell him,
how they
hey,
were
someone's in the
banging.
house. We need to do something. So in that moment, I tried to hurry up and, I guess you could say, find my firearm, and it was far away, so I had to like hurry up, scurry, and go.
He is awesome. He's like, I guess you could say I had to go find my firearm, but you know what? Check this out.
Go run to him and quietly and try to hurry up and tell him, hey, someone's in the house. We need to do something. So in that moment, I tried to hurry up and, I guess you could say, find my firearm, and it was far away, so I had to like hurry up, scurry, and go grab my gun, come back, and I positioned myself by my couch in my hallway, facing directly at the door. I was gonna wait till he came in, but whenever I checked my Ring camera, I saw he was kicking the door and he had a firearm in his hand, so I wasn't gonna let nothing happen to either me or my brother. So what I guess you could say, I did what my best intentions thought, and I fired at the door and hoping I hit him, and when I guess you say, sure enough, he left down the stairs, and that's basically
They
everything.
shot back though.
Had to
Watch
call the
this
cops and
video.
wait for them to show up.
Damn. Scary. The fuck, man? So scary. He laid into them. He fucking laid into them. Watch that again. I'll turn it down just a little bit. I know that end part was loud. Holy shit, that's so intense. Hold up. Let me turn that down. Is this not crazy? Like, why do they want in his apartment so badly? What the hell? I don't know if that's a grow tent. I don't know what that is. I don't know, but it's nuts.
Wait for them to show up.
Makes you think, what would you do in this situation? I don't have a gun.
Looking at the video, they fired back, but I'm not too sure. I know he fired back, but I don't know.
Thank God his neighbors ended up not being
He was
home.
trying to get in my house. This was a random ass encounter. He just coming at the door acting like he's maintenance, and I don't know him at all. He's just trying to break into my house. So I just did my best intentions to try to protect my family.
What did you think when you watched that video back?
I was hoping I got him. That's mainly everything. I was just hoping I got him. Then again, I wasn't trying to have anything bad fall on me, because I realized looking back at the video, I hit my neighbor's house and I wasn't trying to, but luckily and thank God they left 20 minutes before anything happened.
Unreal.
So they're perfectly fine. I haven't got a chance to speak with them yet because no one's been home and we haven't been home anyways. I wouldn't doubt if, I guess they don't want to talk to me or anything, because I wouldn't doubt if they do feel some type of way about it. And it wasn't my intention to try to shoot their house.
You're not fairly calm.
Oh my God.
Considered.
He's in shock.
You think it's funny? I mean, what do you make of it?
I don't know what to think. I can't even think properly now. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't fully processed everything yet. I'm just waiting, I guess.
Police have not found these folks yet.
Yeah, not to my knowledge.
They have not- no,
Scary.
they have not.
Okay.
So, if in the off chance the people who did this happened to see our report tonight, what would you want to say to them?
You're dumb as for not wearing a mask, because I even got your name. Ever since the video's been public, I got a name and everything. I'm just waiting on the detective to call me. And hopefully wondering, we also have a GoFundMe, and I'm wondering if anybody could try to, I guess you could say, help us out. We're literally struggling in this bad time and just everything. I can say after this happened, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. There we go. Like everything just fell to hell. Like everything.
What do you mean? What did you have going on before?
No, I guess you could say we're just living paycheck to paycheck here. It's hard to pass by with everything being so
I
expensive
feel you,
now,
man.
getting so high, and with the heat and everything, electricity's been up so much. We have nothing, I guess you could say, to spare. We're living paycheck to paycheck, trying to pay for what we have. We're moving. Yeah, we're moving out. We already
They have to
called the
move.
leasing office. We're trying to get everything fixed out right there, but now we're trying to fix the door. After the incident, we called them, and I don't know how they don't have no doors to replace, so we have to wait till today supposedly, but I don't even think the door is going to get replaced today. So it's just everything's falling apart. We're trying to figure out where we're going to stay. We have to move everything out of this, and it's like we have no help, basically. It's just hard for us.
You can't stay here. Why
We
is that?
can't stay here. Yeah, after this, how are you going to stay here when you can't even close the door? That's sad.
How did you feel coming back in here today?
Yeah, it's sad looking at it. Just worked so hard for all this just for someone to mess everything up. Just no words can be spoken to express how I feel about it.
You rent this place, I assume? You own it?
This is my wife's apartment.
But it's a rental?
Yes. Oh, they told me I let off 13 shots. I couldn't believe it. But then again, I did empty the clip. It's kind of surprising really looking at it, for being real honest. I wouldn't have expected me to let off so many shots, but then again, I was in fear of my family's life. Supposedly, this one right here and this shot over here are the shots that he let off himself. Yeah, if I didn't think fast enough, me and my brother probably would have been dead today. Could have been anything.
At all
Scary.
About like a situation. I mean, you thankfully knew not to let them in. You had a firearm, but not everyone is in that position. Do you have any advice for folks who maybe aren't as situationally equipped or aware?
Well, I guess you could say the most advice I can give to people is just be aware of surroundings. Anything can happen nowadays because anybody doesn't care anymore. Of course, you saw it today. Someone tried to break into my house for who knows what. I don't even know the man, but everybody seems to know him. Hell.
Important for you that he gets arrested?
Yes, very important. Very, very important.
I don't mean to laugh
I don't know him at all.
because it's definitely not a laughing
I
matter.
don't know him at all. He's just trying to.
But this guy is a character, man. I want to show you guys that part again where, like Potato said, they're donkey kicking his damn door in. You know, it makes me sick. And Cheryl's right. Texans don't play. Look at his door. They don't play. They don't play. But these people just, you know, it just infuriates me that they think they can just make their way into someone's house in the middle of the damn day. I'm sure there's more to this story, but still.
Basically everything. Had to call the cops and wait for them to show up.
Wait for them to show up. The way he says it. Hi, Kelly Barrison. So scary. They are so lucky. I don't know how they didn't get shot. But look at the wall, guys. I'm going to blow this up. Look at the neighbor's wall. Do you see that? Do you see all those holes in their wall? Thank God they weren't home, right? I mean, thank God. Hopefully you can see that. That is some scary stuff. But I liked how he said, I got your name. Apparently everybody knows him. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's great. I'd love to interview him. He loves the interview. He loves it. This was in Texas. I put Florida. I don't know why I put Florida. Dallas, Texas. Dallas. Just after 6 p.m. on August 19th, this happened at the Interface Apartments. The Interface Apartments in Dallas. Look at this. Riddled. And he's still waiting for a new door.
We already called the leasing office. We're trying to get everything fixed out right there, but now we're trying to fix the door. After the incident, we called them, and I don't know how they don't have no doors to replace, so we have to wait till today supposedly, but I don't even think the door is going to get replaced today. So it's just everything's falling apart. We're trying to figure out where we're going to stay. We have to move everything out of this, and it's like we have no help, basically. It's just hard for us.
You can't stay here.
We can't stay here. Yeah, after this, how are you going to stay here when you can't even close the door? That's sad.
It's sad.
How did you feel coming back in here today?
It's sad.
It's sad looking at it. Just worked so hard for all this just for someone to mess everything up. Just no words can be spoken to express how I feel about this.
You rent this place, I assume? You own it?
This is my wife's apartment.
But it's a rental?
Yes. Oh, they told me I let off 13 shots. I couldn't believe it. But then again, I did empty the clip. It's kind of surprising really looking at it, for being real honest. I wouldn't have expected me to let off so many shots, but then again, I was in fear of my family's life. Supposedly, this one right here and this shot over here are the shots that he let off himself. Yeah, if I didn't think fast enough, me and my brother probably would have been dead today.
Do you have a message at all for folks about, like, a situation? I mean, you think you knew not to let them in, you had a firearm, but not everyone is in that position. Do you have any advice for folks who maybe aren't as situationally equipped or aware?
Well, I guess you could say the most advice I can give to people is just be aware of surroundings. Anything can happen nowadays because anybody doesn't care anymore.
It's so true. It's so true. So true. That door lock is on point. I know. That wedge lock saved him. If he had not had it, they would have gotten in the door. You think so? Damn, truth exposed. What are you talking about? What's going on? On the beach said this guy's a legend. I agree. Dallas, Texas. All right, let's move on to the next one. This one is some body cam footage. This is in Flat Rock, which is near Detroit. It's south of Detroit, downriver. And this Flat Rock sergeant arrived to the crime scene armed, intoxicated, and vomiting.
Police officers turn a blind eye when one of their own showed up to a crime scene smelling of alcohol.
Well, tonight
So
we are
not only, okay, hold on. Let me fast forward to the actual video here. So not only are we watching to see what this officer did, but what the other officers didn't do. Okay? This is really, really alarming. And if you don't have a Ring doorbell, I suggest you get one. I really do think that what he did was really smart. If someone weird, is at your door, you can go in another room, you can go in a closet, answer it, whatever. But and then plus he was able to ID them so easily. So, all right, let's watch this. This is some crazy stuff. The sergeant smelled like alcohol. He arrived to a crime scene intoxicated, armed, and in Crocs.
In the city of Gibraltar, where police from 4 different agencies have descended in search of a shooter.
You got this, I
They're looking for a
One
shooter.
of the responding departments is Flat Rock Police, and there, stepping out of the black SUV, is Brian Tetro, Flat Rock's canine officer and a sergeant. His fellow officers didn't know it that night, but Tetro arrived to the crime scene after he'd been drinking.
Shots fired into 2 different houses. Van crashed into a shed.
Police were told that 5 suspects fled the scene after a shooting.
5
and officers
suspects.
were there to find them. But early on, there were signs that the sergeant was not himself.
2 people on foot ran into the woods.
As an officer brings him up to speed, Tetro is seen adjusting his shoes. In the middle of February, with temperatures in the 20s,
Crocs.
Tetro arrived to the active crime scene wearing Crocs.
didn't realize wearing Crocs till I left the house.
The sergeant was off duty when he got the call to come in.
Scott H. He's not wearing fuzzy slippers, but he's wearing Crocs. Check it out. He's adjusting his freaking Crocs.
Tetro is seen adjusting his shoes. In the middle of February, with temperatures in the 20s, Tetro arrived to the active crime scene wearing Crocs.
Didn't realize wearing Crocs till I left the house.
The sergeant was off duty when he got the call to come in. Quickly, he and his canine begin the search for suspects, first along the tree line, then deeper into the subdivision. Minutes later, the sergeant focuses his attention inside a crawl space under one of the homes.
Anybody inside this building, you're gonna get bit!
Tetro pulls out his loaded firearm and appears to aim it into the crawl space, but no one was there. Seconds later, he can be seen struggling to put his gun back in its holster.
Wow.
An internal investigation would later say Tetro had the odor of intoxicants on his breath, that he reported for duty under the influence and appeared intoxicated. Initially, the city didn't want us to see the investigation at all, denying our public records request. But when we appealed to Flat Rock's mayor, his office turned over a redacted copy with entire sections blacked out. That included this email sent to the city's mayor and police chief by a resident who had witnessed the sergeant's behavior. The city blacked out part of it, but we've obtained an unredacted copy, revealing that the woman said Tetro vomited twice before stumbling after another officer.
Okay, so this is an email that a neighbor sent when she saw this officer in her neighborhood looking for these suspects. She says, on Friday night, a shooting occurred in my trailer park, and police officers were everywhere in the park searching for suspects. I'm happy the incident was taken care of, as it was a very scary situation for everyone living in the park. So job well done on that aspect. However, that is not the reason for me contacting your department and city offices. And she CC'd everyone, the mayor, the city office, the police department, the Chamber of Commerce, everyone. She says, while officers were searching the wood line near my trailer, I happened to look out my back window and observed what appeared to be a man in a plaid jacket walking a dog. After I took a second look, I realized it was a canine officer with a police dog. The canine officer stopped walking and vomited twice before stumbling after another officer. The canine officer looked like he was drunk. I immediately contacted Gibraltar police and informed them that was informed they don't have a canine officer. I checked downriver crime alerts and saw that Rockwood PD and Flat Rock PD assisted. Rockwood doesn't have a canine listed on their website, so I believe the Flat Rock canine was the officer involved. She had to do all this process of elimination herself. Because Gibraltar police didn't say, oh, we don't have a canine officer, but Flat Rock canine was on the case at that time. So, she does all this groundwork and she says, I don't know the circumstances surrounding this event or if this matter has already been handled, but hopefully if this officer was in fact drunk, it gets dealt with. I am sure a thorough check of body cameras on the incident and speaking to the other officers on scene would verify the information I have provided. I appreciate law enforcement and will always support you, but what I saw that evening was very concerning. Thank you for your time. And good for her for writing this letter, right?
And that he looked like he was drunk. That moment appears to be caught on body camera too, though the city blurred the video, obscuring the sergeant.
Throwing up.
A suspect would later be apprehended. Thankfully, no one was hurt as a result of the sergeant's conduct. In a memo,
let's play that again. This is him barfing. They're looking for 5 suspects. And this idiot is shit-faced over here in the woods barfing.
That moment appears to be caught on body camera too, though the city blurred the video, obscuring the sergeant. A suspect would later be apprehended. Thankfully, no one was hurt as a result of the sergeant's conduct. In a memo, Flat Rock Police Chief Jerry Page said Tetro's behavior is the very definition of conduct unbecoming of an officer, adding, the civil liabilities of your actions put the city of Flat Rock in a position I never want to be in. But even though the sergeant had the odor of alcohol on his breath, there was no record he was ever breathalyzed. And while it's a crime to drive a vehicle while intoxicated and carry a firearm while under the influence, we've learned no warrant was submitted to the Wayne County prosecutor. Tetro was never charged with a crime. He was suspended for 7 days.
If the average citizen pulls up in their car, intoxicated, vomiting, armed, in front of a bunch of cops, are they going to walk away with no criminal charges?
Highly doubt that.
We shared the city's investigation with Reggie Crawford, a retired Detroit police officer and former member of the Board of Police Commissioners, which oversees DPD.
But it goes beyond embarrassment. It's the sheer danger of the situation. Driving a vehicle to the scene, having a gun, the danger. Not only to himself, the officer, danger to the other officers, danger
The whole
to the
neighborhood.
community.
Chief, how you doing? Can we talk to you briefly?
Chief Jerry Page would not agree to an interview, so we found him at a city council meeting held earlier this month.
Your own officer suspected the sergeant was drunk. Why was he not given a breathalyzer?
We received a complaint. That complaint was investigated, and he had no other discipline in his record, and he was disciplined.
And your officers believed he was intoxicated, yet he was not given a breathalyzer.
Yeah, I can't testify to what was brought to my attention later. So.
Is this the same deal that other citizens would have received?
I have no further comment.
After walking away from our questions, Jerry Page attended that night's city council meeting where, moments later, he submitted his retirement as police chief. The mayor later telling me the timing is merely a coincidence.
What does a scenario like
Yeah,
this
right.
make you think?
That they were looking out for him. It has the appearance that you looked out for the officer.
I reached Sergeant Tetro by phone, but he declined comment for this story. As part of his discipline, he agreed to serve his week-long suspension, seek medical treatment if necessary, and subject himself to random breathalyzer tests. As of last Friday, Chief Jerry Page is no longer with Flat Rock PD.
What the hell? This guy literally gave up his career in his retirement. He was able to retire, though. Don't you love that? They're able to put it under the guise of retirement. And this dude still has a job. He still has a job. They need officers this bad, apparently. Watch this again.
In the search for suspects, first along the tree line, then deeper into the subdivision. Minutes later, the sergeant focuses his attention inside a crawl space under one of the homes.
Anybody inside this building, you're gonna get bit!
Tetro pulls out his loaded firearm and appears to aim it into the crawl space.
And none of these guys do shit.
But no one was there. Seconds later, he can be seen struggling to put his gun back in its holster. An internal investigation would later say Tetro had the odor of intoxication.
I'm telling you, this good old boy system is terrible. Oh yeah, we'd be in the clinker. We would be in the clinker, no doubt. And to do this, but for them to him to get away with it like that, even with body cam, it's like, what the hell? What the hell? I want to say hello to all of the members that are here today. We've got CR, Truth Exposed, Jackie, Miss Nightbot, Meg P, hello, Miss CR. We've got, who else? Globalism. I just don't want to miss anyone. Casey Marie and Kendi, they were here first thing. Scott H has been a member for 2 months. Thank ya. And the lovely Teresa. But he smelled like alcohol. He shouldn't even have a job. But I think they need cops, right? Apparently, this is the officers shall not drink alcoholic beverages or have an odor of alcohol on their breath while on duty, except in the performance of duty and while acting under proper and specific written orders from a command officer. Such exceptions will be governed. Officers shall not appear for duty or be on duty while under the influence of alcohol or have an odor of alcohol on their breath. On February 17th, he reported for duty after being called in from home for a canine call out to assist another agency. You arrived on scene with the odor of intoxicants about your breath and person. And he only got 7 days suspension. Yikes. All right. Let's see. We've got a couple more stories to look at here. Okay, couple funnies before we end. This is going to be a quick one today. We've been live for about it. Oh no, we've only been live for a half an hour. Okay, here. How about this one? This one's about Amazon. Check this out.
Cindy Smith doesn't like waste.
Man, so much plastic packaging drives me crazy.
So when more than 100 Amazon boxes started randomly stacking up at her Prince William County door,
It's a lot of packages.
she was, well, confused.
I didn't order them.
Okay, so let me give you a little background on this. Amazon. So these Chinese sellers on Amazon, they have all of this inventory. And if they don't sell it by like a certain time, they have to get it out of the warehouse if they, because they bring more stuff in or whatever. They'll explain it in the video. But what these Chinese people are doing is they have all this stuff in these warehouses and they have to get it out of there. So instead of paying someone to get it out of there, which costs more money, they're getting a random address and just shipping all this shit to random Americans. So this lady got 100 boxes. 100 boxes of Amazon stuff. That was straight from China. Look at all these boxes. She's like, I didn't order this shit. Yet it had her name on every label.
Confused.
I didn't order them.
1,000 headlamps for running and biking. 800 glue guns. Boxes of children's binoculars. All addressed to Lizao.
Oh, it's not to her.
Mm-hmm.
This is your address, though.
Right.
Sorry, it's not to her. It's to some Chinese name with her address. Check it out.
Zhao Zhang.
Mm-hmm.
This is your address, though.
Right.
Does Li Zhao Zhang live here?
No.
It wasn't the first time we heard a story like this.
It was 2 rows almost up to the covering
Look
the
at
door.
that.
In May, Liz Geltman of Northwest D.C. told us it happened to her, too.
Like these big towering blocks of, children's blocks of Legos all the way up to the covering the door of my house.
Geltman was getting children's sheets, and no explanation from Amazon why. Cindy Smith had a hunch.
We initially thought it was a brushing scam.
Brushing is when an online vendor creates a fake sale of their own product, sending the package to a random address. Also, they can boost their rating with a 5-star review. But when we took a closer look at those Amazon packaging slips Smith was receiving, we discovered this was an entirely different vendor scheme. The packing slip showed the boxes were all vendor returns to Lao Zhang, sent to Smith's address. Our team tracing the addresses on all those packaging slips to 15 Amazon warehouse fulfillment centers in 9 different states.
It all boils down to money.
CJ Rosenbaum is a New York attorney that represents companies that sell on Amazon.
You have sellers located in China who are just picking random addresses. And then when they need to get their products out of Amazon's warehouses, they're just having them sent there because it's just cheaper for them to do so.
After WUSA 9 started asking questions, Amazon launched an investigation and discovered the seller, Lao Zhang, violated Amazon policy by creating removal orders with Cindy Smith's address. Same thing in Liz Geltman's case, although with a different vendor. A spokesperson telling us in a statement, the seller account that was engaged in this abusive activity has been closed. There is no place for fraud at Amazon.
And the one thing I haven't seen, which I would love to see, is for these products to be donated to charitable organizations.
Which brings us back to Cindy Smith, an environmental science professor and conservationist. She was determined not to let all this end up in a landfill.
A lot of people told me I was weird. I would drive around with headlamps and glue guns in the car. gave them to everybody I met.
That's
All my
awesome.
neighbors got glue guns or headlamps. I mean, I gave them to dog shelters, to veterinary clinics. I went to Burger King one day. I'm like, I have a gift for you.
And with dozens of Amazon boxes
That's
still
awesome.
stacked in her basement, Smith is just relieved no more shipments from Lao Zhang will be showing up at her door. Eric Flack, WUSA 9.
Is that not nuts? I mean, what the hell? So they, instead of paying to get it thrown out, I guess, they ship it to people's houses. And she went around the hood giving away headlamps and glue guns. Ozzy said, next time I make an order, my husband finds it, I'm going to tell him China did it. Ozzy, thanks for sharing the Nancy Grace episode in Patreon. And I want to welcome you to Patreon. Thank you for joining. I did make a Patreon post right before this live with a little surprise for you guys. Yeah, you could resell it. Absolutely. Scott H says I would load up my eBay store. Hey, Robin. Hey, Angie B. Glad you made it. She's not getting notifications. Boo. That's just some nutty stuff, man. It's nutty. I don't know what I'd do if I came home and saw. Maybe they could make a list of people who want to get these things, right? I'm sure some people would agree, like, hey, go ahead, Wow Zhang, send that shiz over my way, right? Oh my God, you guys crack me up. All right, here's a more serious story out of Indiana, Madison County, Indiana. A city councilman is wanted for tons of child porn charges. And they can't find him. So if you live in Madison County and you know this guy and you've seen him, this is the story.
Indiana State Police now are really hoping that you can help them as they search for a former Madison County councilman. They're looking for Stephen Sumner, pictured here. Sumner didn't appear in court earlier this month. He is facing 18 child sex crime charges.
Oh, sex crimes.
A source told our news gathering partners at the Anderson Herald Bulletin that he left the state. He faces 10 to 57 years in prison if convicted of the charges.
This dude's on the run. He's wanted for abusing children. Stephen Sumner. Stephen Sumner. What a POS.
Jeepers.
God knows where he is. God knows where he is. So, yeah. And we have, I'm glad Potato is here because this is our final video of this Friday. But alas, I will be back at 7 o'clock tonight. And I have a nice long Howard Blum episode. It's about 30 minutes. So I did all of part 3 in one episode for a Friday evening with y'all. 7 p.m. That's going to premiere with live chat. I would love to have you join me. I will be chatting in there tonight. Oprah, you get a glue gun. Everybody gets a glue gun. Hi, Okie. So, yeah, 7 p.m. tonight. And then here is our final video. And I'm glad Potato's here because, we have one more story about a missing guy. And then we're going to do the final video.
Coming up next, let's tell you about this. In the South Bay, a Netflix software engineer who recently started his job is now missing. His family flew in from New York trying to find him. Crown Force Justin Campbell talked with that family.
Netflix worker.
22-year-old Johannes Kadane was staying here in San Jose at the Y Hotel, last seen on multiple surveillance cameras leaving Monday night, getting in an Uber. Now his family is in a desperate search to find their loved one.
I need help. I'm calling on everyone and anyone who can help on this. Spread the news, do the search, whatever is necessary.
Johannes Kadane's mother in tears, pleading for the public's help to find her son. She, her husband, and their eldest, Joseph, flew into the Bay Area from New York after losing contact with Johannes.
He kind of looks like me. Yeah. His hair is a little different. Skin's a little lighter. But about 5'8", like 150 average build.
Joseph says his brother graduated from Cornell this past May and moved to the Bay Area 2 weeks ago to start working at Netflix as a software engineer.
We spoke Sunday night, and he was talking about how excited he was to be in his new role. He said he was raving about his team, about his mentors.
Joseph says Johannes took an Uber ride Monday night to the Golden Gate Bridge Welcome Center. His sister tried calling but never got an answer. She then noticed Tuesday his phone location moving, and she called again.
We call it, and a random citizen picks up right away. He tells us that he saw a phone and a wallet with some cash in it, his cards, his IDs, all untouched.
No, that's his brother, I guess.
The Welcome Center.
His backpack and laptop were also found there. The family contacted San Jose police, who did a wellness check and learned Johannes had not been home all day Monday. The family tells me Johannes did not suffer from any mental illness, but can think of one odd incident that happened before he went missing.
He also had an incident Saturday night, so a couple nights before, where an Uber driver was being very suspicious, asking him to cancel the ride and then pay him like under the table.
Police have contacted Uber as a part of the investigation. The family is doing whatever they can to find their loved one.
My parents have been absolute rocks. They've been inspiring me to keep pushing, keep working, and to keep doing everything we can to find Johannes. It's not just them, the whole community.
Reporting here in San Jose, Justin Campbell, Cron 4 News.
That is the weirdest story. That is the weirdest story. Oh, Scott H. is asking 8-Ball. Am I the best ever? What do you say? If you never ask, you'll never know. Ask me again and mean it this time. Damn, he told you, Scott H.
In the name of Jesus, Father God, Lord.
Yeah, I guess that's his brother. That was a weird story. He had an encounter with an Uber driver that wanted him to pay under the table. And that's the only weird incident that they can think of. But he's been missing for quite a while now. Just started a new job. Interesting. Okay, so our final video of the day. Let me get it up here. Hopefully the potato is still here. But this is, let's see. Shit. Oh, dang it.
China is accusing the United
Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is actually 5 months old, but I've never seen it. And it's absolutely fucking priceless, okay? Snoop Dogg showed up in Scotland. This is the best ever. He was welcomed in Scotland with bagpipes and a rendition of Still Dre. You can't make it up. They welcomed Snoop Dogg with these bagpipes. Let's take a listen. I love it. Is this not awesome? He's like, hell yeah. He's trying not to laugh. He was trying.
This is a wild story, one that we...
He was totally trying not to laugh. That's the best. trying not to freaking laugh. I love
this is
that.
a wild story, one that we I actually spent hours kind of trying to dig
You
into
went
this.
down this rabbit hole.
I was
Oh,
just
shit.
like, what the hell is going on?
What
Is this
rabbit
as
hole did they go in?
insane as it appears on the surface? And the answer actually is yes. So let's put this up there. The first person to flag it to me
Oh, God.
is Kyle Bass, who put out this tweet. And we're going to go through some of the
This is
actual
okay. So now that I've watched a lot of stuff on this bio lab in California, it's all I'm getting. I'm getting all these random videos about it. It's the best. It is just the best. And if that doesn't make your Friday, I don't know what will. But I will be live with you guys again tomorrow. But don't forget about the premiere tonight at 7. It's going to be a good one. Get cozy. I saw Angie B is ordering me Hawaiian pizza. Thank you so much. It's my favorite, but I don't like ham. I like bacon. So bake minus ham, add bacon, onions, and pineapple. And I would love some, like turbo crust with the Parmesan cheese and the butter. Just so I can be sick, literally sick to my stomach the next day after I eat it. Because that's just how it goes. The ending. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's live. Thanks for coming in. I know it's not the hot topic of the Koberger documents and stuff, but I needed a break. I need a break from that. It's not going anywhere. There's going to be lots of time to talk about the Brian Koberger case. So taking a breather today here at J is for Justice. Getting some laughs with you guys and hopefully brightened your day a little bit. So thank you so much, Replay crew. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. And Melissa B, thank you. Is it the banana hammock? If you say banana hammock.
If you say Ferris Bueller, you lose a testicle.
Scott H, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully we'll see you tonight at 7 as well. Angie B, I made you hungry for it. Now you got me hungry for it again. I love it. I love it. Oh, M&Ms. M&Ms and pizza. That is my kind of day. Bonafide Troublemaker, thank you for being here. And if you'd like to become a member, the mods put the link in the chat. Thank you so much, guys. Let's dance it out. We're going to skip the Patreon outro and we're just going to go right to dance it out. I'll see you guys at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Thank you for listening.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real.
You know Don's full of shit.
You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that.
Hey, bro, I ain't finished. I ain't finished my sentence.
Nothing. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call you back. I ain't got time.
Don't make me a dog-faced lion pony soldier.
Bye, Jennifer.